Today we heard testimony, incredible testimony from Donald Stepp. He's a bail bondsman who was family friends with Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, who headed the Baltimore City Police Gun Trace Task Force. And he testified how Jenkins would bring him drugs, huge amounts of drugs, so many drugs he didn't even know what they all were, and put them in his storage shed and garage, and then Stepp would sell them. They would split the profits. Stepp says he got upwards of $1 million from the sale of these drugs. He said that when Jenkins and the whole squad got arrested, he became increasingly nervous. He even carried around a copy of the indictment in his truck. He also testified how Jenkins brought him garbage bags full of looted pharmaceuticals. These pharmaceuticals were taken from pharmacies in the areas affected by the riots in 2015 after the death of Freddie Gray. So he says Sergeant Jenkins was bringing him these looted pharmaceuticals. He was selling them. At the time, the police commissioner said the looted pharmaceutical drugs were behind the rise in violent crime in the city. He also said that a Baltimore County officer, who was unnamed, was involved in at least one of his robberies. And what the defense attorneys for Detectives Daniel Herschel and Marcus Taylor have said is that he really didn't mention much of their clients at all. In fact, he had never had a face-to-face meeting with Daniel Herschel at all. But really it lays out the extent of the corruption. He also said that he bought the masks, grappling hooks, machetes, and other items that officers were using to rob people, and that he wasn't just supplying the Gun Trace Task Force, but he was supplying officers across the city who did not want to order it through official channels because they didn't want to get in trouble. That's the latest from the federal courthouse. Mike Helgren for WJZ.